The foam roller is for self-myofascial release. That's a self-massage. We want to use it to break down knots in the muscles, and we want to use it to inactivate or make the muscles that are too tight relax, all right? So it's mostly used in the legs, butt, and back up to the top of the shoulders. So I'm going to go over the demonstration from the bottom up. We'll start with the calves. Place your leg on the foam roller, brace yourself up on your hands, and roll on the calf, looking for a tight area that's painful. When you find the area, you hold it and you stay on it for 30 seconds to 45 seconds. If you want a little more authority, you can put your other leg on top, find that spot, and just hold it right there. You only do about 2 spots per muscle, regardless of the muscle. So it's not a matter of rolling the whole muscle like this. That's what we use the intracell stick for. This is to find the specific knot and break down the specific knot. The best time to do this is before activity. You can also go on the side of the leg on your peroneal muscle group, up to the knee. Of course, don't compress right on the joint. You want to be on the muscle. And there's also an inside segment to the calf muscle as well. More authority, put your other leg on top. Calf muscles. Hamstring muscles start not underneath the knee, right above the knee. Again, you don't want the foam roller on the joint, you want it around the joint. Raise yourself up, walk along the length of the muscle, look for a knot, a sore spot. Once you find it, stay there. If you want more authority, again, get your whole weight on it. Otherwise, keep your opposite leg on the ground and support yourself with your hands. Hamstring, you can track it all the way up into the butt area. Again, wherever the tightness is, stay there. About 30 to 45 seconds, 2 areas per muscle. The outside of the thigh, your IT band, roll over, support your weight with your opposite leg, and keeping the bottom leg straight. Boy, there's a hot spot. And I'm just going to stay there. If that's too much pressure, I put more weight on my lower leg, but I can just about tolerate that. That's pretty good. 30 to 45 seconds, and then I would look for another spot, which I got another one right above it. My IT bands are tight, so I would stay here for 30 to 45 seconds. Just 2 spots. Then I move on. Farther up from the IT band, you'll hit your hip bone. Just on the opposite side of your hip bone is your TFL, your tensor fascia lata. It's a hip flexor, one of the muscles that pulls your leg forward. To get to that, you got to come down a little bit lower, roll on it. So now this isn't so bad. I got to get a little lower, and a little action right there. I'll stay on it. How long? You know, 30 to 45 seconds, 2 spots per muscle. That's the outside of the leg. Let's hit the front of the leg, quadricep. Quadricep right above the knee, and just roll it until you find the hot spot. Again, it's not this using the foam roller. That's the diagnostic part of the foam roller. Once you find the hot spot, you stay on it. You want to get a little more authority? Put both legs, get your full body weight on it. 30 to 45 seconds, 2 spots per muscle. Hip flexor, come all the way up to the top of the thigh. For the adductor, the inside, very, very important muscle to get. Foam rollers straight. You're going to turn your leg out at about 45 degrees. Get it up underneath that inside of the thigh. Support your weight on your opposite leg and arm, and roll the inside. Now there I got another hot spot right in there. And I'll get more authority on it by raising up on it, or get less authority by coming down and getting less weight on it. Hold it, 2 spots for that inside muscle. If you have a hot spot, if you don't have a hot spot, move on. That's the adductor. So now what we've done is the lower leg, the center, the inside, the outside, the upper leg, the back, your hamstrings, your adductors, your quadriceps, and your TFL, the outside and IT band. Let's look at the hip now. In the hip, we have the glute med muscle, gluteus medius, one of your butt muscles is what you need to know. You can turn the foot out a little bit and roll. Try that first. Then bring the foot up and over. You can try that as well. But right in there is the hot spot. The foot can be rested down, less authority on it, or it can be brought up, more authority on it. Another muscle in there is your piriformis, where we want to bring it up and over, a figure 4 type of positioning, and rotate until you're right on it. And again, hold it for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds. That's a real good stretch. Get more weight on it to get more authority on it. And that'll get into the butt. As we progress, this is also very good for your upper back, and there's a shoulder muscle we want to talk about. For the upper back, be careful with this. Hands behind your head, and just roll on the foam roller. Find an area where you have tight nodules and hold it for 30 to 45 seconds. Breathe. The more weight you get on it, the more tension you'll get on it. You can go up to the top of the shoulders and then roll down into the mid-back. So that's for the upper back. And lastly, we want to do your latissimus dorsi for the back. That's this muscle way over here. Where'd my roller go? It's rolling away. On your side, thumb up. The lat is deep down over here. This is where you want to get it, okay? This segment over here. So you want the arm up, or out's a better word, thumb up in this position, and then support your weight with your top leg and roll on it, and then right in there you'll feel it. You can also roll backward a little bit for it's part of the rotator cuff, or come forward a little if you need to. So look around, but once you find the spot, hold it. That's where the foam roller works. If you like the rolling sensation, you'd be better served with a stick than you would with the foam roller. Foam roller works great for self-myofascial release of those tight muscles. The tight muscles are the ones that need to lengthen. Once they lengthen, then we can strengthen the muscles around them so that they don't keep tightening up. That's what happens, is that the tight muscles get tight, and then the muscles around them become weak because they're being dominated by the tight muscle, which is in a vicious cycle of tightness and stiffness, tightness and stiffness, tightness and stiffness. We use this to break down that tightness and stiffness, and then we can strengthen those weak ones, get you moving properly, you move better, you're healthier, less prone for injury. So that's how the foam roller works. Enjoy.